to honor dedicated, creative and inspiring teachers and their schools. The finalists are Spiwe Fortunate, Tangolovulwetu Primary School, Mpumalanga. Mokaechi Triforsa Dibakwane, Toronto Primary School, Limpopo. Mamokete Zondi, Mehupang Primary School, Free State. Sharon Lundman, Eastlake Primary School, Gauteng. Nana Ngobese, Wentworth Primary School, KwaZulu-Natal. Marley Kemba, Ashasis Pre-Primary School, Northwest. Juanita van der Merwe, Piketberg High School, Western Cape.
Well done to all the finalists. And in third position, we've got from Asiasis Pre-Primary School in the Northwest, Mali Kemba. In second position, from War School Piketberg, Western Cape, Juanita van der Merwe. We'll do a tally at the end for all these winners. And the winner in this category of excellence in grade art, teaching a very important grade in our schooling system, Mamokete Zondi from the Free State, the Hopong Primary School. From the Free State. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess it's sweeter now that we all know what we're getting. Congratulations. We now move to the category Excellence in Inclusive Education and Special Needs Teaching.
To recognize and promote excellence in teaching performance. In this category, the finalists are Makamuni Koza, Mpiti Primary School, Mpumalanga. Anna Pina, Alma School, Gauteng. Kensani Koza, Ntabiseng Special School for Intellectually Impaired Learners, Limpopo. Zelda de Villiers, Jan Kriel School, Western Cape. Yolandi Mtwa, Ifata School for the Blind and Deaf, Eastern Cape. Tandi Kambule, Lingesperi Naidu. Tandi Mchali, Vusi Mazibuko and Pelelile Klulu, Kwatintwa School for the Deaf, KwaZulu-Natal. Heta Barnard, E.S. Lagrange School, Northwest. Ian Burns, Boshoff High School, Free State.
Well done to all the finalists. And I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you've been picking up that in some of the winners come as teams, because teaching is both a collaborative venture as well as something that you do on your own. And in third place in this category, from E.S. Lagrange in Northwest, Heta Barnard. In second position, Zelda de Villiers from Jan Kriel School, Western Cape. And the winner, Alma School, Anna Pina. Well done, congratulations. We now move to our next category, which is excellence in adult basic education and training.
To encourage best practice schools. The finalists are Moses Muhau, Ponelo Pili Abed Center, Northwest. Maria Nswaki, Mufokeng Motleding Public Adult Learning Center, Free State. Risenga Baloy, Pagameng Abed Center, Limpopo. Douglas Lindumuzi Fakude, Watville Adult Education Center, Gauteng. Linda Geswint, Overberg Community Learning Center, Western Cape. Temba Nyaba, Somelulwazi Public Adult Learning Center, KwaZulu-Natal. And Tembelani Siale, Nsi Abet Center.
Congratulations to all the finalists. In this category, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie at second place. And those who are tied at second place, from Ponelopele Abet Center Northwest, Moses Mohau. Can you come up, sir? And Tembeni Siale from Tsie Abet Center in Mpumalanga. On her way. Thank you very much. And the winner from Wattville Adult Education Center in Gauteng, Douglas Fakude. Well done, Mr. Fakude. That is Mr. Fakude, the winner in excellence in adult education and training. Thank you very much. Now, normally when we have these awards, this is for us one of the most exciting parts, particularly those of us, Minister, who are of this age, who can be given awards for lifetime achievement, who've been working for a very, very long time. It is that time, ladies and gentlemen, where we will be honoring, when we'll be giving a Lifetime Achievement Award. And the finalists in this category are?
To afford South Africans an opportunity to publicly say thank you to teachers. The finalists in this category are Mokau Daniel Kotule, Dirisanang Intermediate School, Free State. Naomi Horn, Weltevrede Secondary School, Western Cape. Pete Swart, Hoer School, Ben Foster, Limpopo. Patricia Nomatamsanka, Kaluva, BJ Mnyanda Primary School, Eastern Cape. Subramuni Naidu, Krans Dry Primary School, KwaZulu-Natal. Judy Schrader, Law School, Protea Park, Northwest. Gwendolyn Mary Nunn, Sasolia Primary School, Mpumalanga. Mieta Mshali, Dikhabane Primary School, Gauteng.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are people who have worked long and hard for education in this country. Before I call out the winners, because all of them are winners, can we all stand up and give them a big round of applause? These are amazing, amazing teachers. Thank you very much. And in fact, what I'd like to do is for all of you to see them, for all of them to come up to the front. These are amazing teachers who have worked extremely hard. Can I ask all of them to come up to the front, please? And these are Mr. Kotule, Naomi Horn, Pete Swart, Patricia Nomatamsanga Kaluva, Subramuni Naidu, Judy Schrader, Gwendolyn Merinan, and Mitam Jali. Ladies and gentlemen, these are special, special, special teachers who have given their lives to education. Another round of applause, please, for all of them. And a photo opportunity for all of them with the minister. Is Minister Sirti up here? If I could ask Minister Sirti to come and join them. No. And the DG, please.
Sorry, come this way. This way.
These are teachers that the country owes a great thank you to. From Dirisanang Intermediate School, Daniel Kotule. And in second position from Dikhabane Primary School, Mitamjali. Congratulations. If I had drums, at this point I would be sounding the drums and saying the winner, Piet Swart from Hoërskool Ben Foster, Limpopo. Well done. Well, you can see all the people from Limpopo excited. I want to raise my hand as well. That is Meneer Piet Swart from Hoërskool Ben Foster in Limpopo. So congratulations. Well done. Well done.
Honorable Ministers, I know I'm sinning now, but my father and my mother taught me well. On behalf of all the recipients and all the participants, may I thank the Honorable Ministers that are here tonight. Ma'am Sheikha, you have spoiled us for the whole morning and especially tonight. Kinyaga olebo amdimo. Urari tusheje urujwele la kanamo. Ilabo kum Kenza iskwembo shayina. Mfuna kubonga nkulunkulu ngibonga Department of Education. I believe that if the big man, the old man Madiba would be here tonight, he would smile because he would see his philosophy in practice. Bophelo ke go phedishana. Voto e go hanyesana. Nkomo.
The mark of a true South African and a true teacher. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Swart. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to say well done to everybody who came up here. But we always want to have surprises. I'm going to ask the Director General to do something that he said he didn't want to do, to join me up here for a lucky draw. He told me that he can do anything else, but I shouldn't make him do the lucky draw. Now, some teachers, because we believe that all of you are winners, will have a second chance to win something more than they've won. If the DG could just draw out of the hat, all of the names and the faces of the teachers are in the hat there, all of them. And guess who's lucky today to win a plasma screen? Nomchato M. Goma. Nomchato M. Goma. We mean it when we say we value our teachers. We truly do. Now we're going to have, after she's gone, we're going to do another draw and see what that person wins. The Director General will make yet another draw from the hat. And winning a cash voucher of 1,500 rands, Dries de Beer from Worstall Skoonsveld, Northwest. So you don't only play the brain of Joburg to win money, you can come to the National Teaching Awards. Congratulations, enjoy it. We're going to now draw 5 more names from the hat, which are our last names that we're drawing out. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm keeping mine crossed for you as well. The following people win accommodation vouchers at a Protea hotel of their choice. Patricia Barachanye from Munchusi Secondary School in the Northwest. Juanita van der Merwe from Picketberg High School in Western Cape. Nediswa Magidla from J.S. Kenjana Secondary School in the Eastern Cape. Maybe I'm going to call your name. Azwindini Robert Mutsinya from Humbelani Secondary School in Limpopo. The last one, from St. John's College in the Eastern Cape, Zolani Makaka. A big round of applause for the surprise. Congratulations to all of the lucky draw winners. I'm going to ask the Director General to stand here, because as you see, all of the winners, they were chosen by a team of extremely hard-working ladies and gentlemen who were part of our national adjudication team under the leadership of Thabo Mataboge, and I'd like them to all come up one by one to accept a token of our appreciation for their hard work. Please join us as we call your name and accept a token of our appreciation as the Minister of Education.
National Adjudicators. Thabo Mataboge, Chairperson, Department of Basic Education. Sekhametsi Tlatshwayo, South African Council for Educators. Tinus Duprier, National Professional Teachers Organization of South Africa. Anita Maritz, Said Afrikaanse Onderwys Unie. Shonisani Nemakonde, Profession Educators Union. Francina Tsoku, South African Democratic Teachers Union. Kathy Callahan, Governors Alliance. Mkolisi Roman, National Association of School Governing Bodies. Nonshaliwane Mazengwe, Federation of Governing Bodies of South African Schools. Mpo Mataboge, Project Literacy. Soane Muhapi, Higher Education South Africa. Alice Dill, South African National Association for Specialized Education. National Adjudicators, DBE Curriculum Specialists. Victoria Mokhatle, Department of Basic Education. David Sekao, GET. Mokuseni Makatala, Inclusive and Special Needs in Education. Peter M. Kekana, School Management and Governance.
At this point, we're going to call upon our Deputy Minister for Education, Minister Enver Surti, to do the vote of thanks. Thank you very much, Minister.
Presidency, Honorable Minister of Basic Education, the Chief Whip of the National Assembly of the Majority Party, the Chief Whip of the Majority Party in the National Assembly, the Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee, members of Parliament who are present out here. We have MECs who are present, heads of department or superintendents general, educators, members of SACE, the governing bodies, teacher unions, ELRC, and all distinguished guests. I trust you all enjoyed the tenor, not the tenors, but you didn't hear the full story. There was some dispute about the remuneration. So I was called to mediate. And this young gentleman who was going to be a doctor sometime says, but Minister, you are an Indian, and you probably would be able to solve the problem. So I told him, what is the problem? He says, well, we want 6,000 and your department only wants to pay 2,000. So I told him, well, as an Indian, if you are 3 tenors and they paid 2,000 only, then you only 1 tenor go. So that's why you have 1 tenor, not 3 tenors. Now you understand why the Minister of Finance is an Indian. I'm sure you understand, Trevor. But it only happens in South Africa. I mean, waar kry jy nou 'n wit man wat nou swart is? Vra vir Piet Swart. Now, I know many of you have seen me before, but none of you have seen me without my hairpiece. Do you like it? This is what you call work in progress. Some of us get gray, ask for Piet Swart, because they're so dedicated and hardworking. Others lose their hair, ask Trevor Manuel, ask me. So whether you are gray or whether you're bald, as long as you work hard, we are acknowledged and recognized. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight is about those whom the Minister of Planning, the Planning Commission, Trevor Manuel, has spoken to as the epitome of the best. The best of the best. You epitomize that which is right on top. What the Minister of Basic Education described as passionate, as competent, as hardworking, as industrious, as those who give their unstinting support to education, huge contributors to the future generation. As the tenor, the beautiful singer says, this lovely children said, you are the contributors of the new generation of engineers, lawyers, doctors, health professionals. So we're really affirming and acknowledging and thanking you for the enormous role that you've played in the provision of quality education. But you represent all those thousands and thousands of educators who work so hard under very difficult and challenging circumstances. And this function, small as it might be, is a recognition of the fact that we do notice and we are aware of your contribution. And indeed, we will continue to be grateful for it, because after all, we are all products of good educators. So if we don't do well in what we do, as politicians, don't blame us, blame our teachers. Isn't that fair? No, but I mean, you're also going to basically produce a generation of more enlightened politicians, I imagine. So you'll have to work much harder, focus on numeracy and literacy. We can better deal with budgets and so forth. But really, your contribution is indeed acknowledged. And what we are grateful about is that this is not only about the high school, it is also about the primary school. It is not only about our ordinary schools, it is also about our inclusive schools. It's an attempt to acknowledge all role players who contribute in a very positive way and consistently towards education. So really, thank you very, very much. To our unions who are present out here, thank you very much for making education, the system of education, as stable as it is, notwithstanding the industrial election last year. Because I don't know if that was a catalyst towards the improvement of the results, but I think Umalusi, represented by its CEO here, would be able to best describe it. But thank you very much for your very elaborative and excellent presentation. I thought South Africa required that. And what it does say about education is that we recognize the right of everybody to know, to ask questions. We are indeed a transparent and accountable entity. And for the information of everybody, neither the minister nor I had any meeting or any contact with either the CEO or any member of Umalusi prior to the results. He is here. That's a reality. And people might be surprised to hear about it, but it was not our business. So thank you very much for your contribution to SACE and to all the other entities that contribute towards us. I see the governing bodies are also here. They do litigate against us from time to time. But thank you very much for being present out here. We'll discuss the settlement that we're going to withdraw after this meeting out here. There are many people who have contributed towards it. And perhaps just to say those who have contributed either directly or through financial resources which they provide for this event are, amongst others, Intel, Pinnacle, Fujitsu, HP for the laptops for all our first and second prize winners, ETDP CETA for sponsoring each teacher for a professional development course, It means that we are committed to lifelong learning, and even if you are a recipient of a prize, you still have to continue with professional development. Macmillan for the generous cash prizes for the winners, Oxford's essays, publishers for dictionaries and cash prizes, Back to Basics for cash prizes, Nestle, and the representative is at the same table that I was sitting at, and his beautiful wife, for providing chocolate baskets for all the finalists, and he says he will certainly improve on it next time around, given the acknowledgement. To the National Educational Panel, which worked long hours interviewing all the 72 provincial finalists to get to the final 24 awardees. Our international partners being the European Union, the United States Embassy for the sponsorship of the English teaching resource materials, and other representatives who are present, our social partners, the ELRC and teacher unions, and I'm not going to mention them because they're going to say, I'm going to say SATU twice, SATU, NAPTOSA, SAU, PEU, and NATU, South African Council of Educators, and the School Governing Body Associations. And a warm welcome goes to the learners from St. Vincent and the young poets. Weren't they extraordinary? I mean, look at the talent here. For the brilliant and magnificent entertainment. I would like also to thank the events management team and technicians for synchronizing the activities of this event so successfully. It would be a serious omission. But before I get there to the last sentence, let me tell you something, Minister of Planning. You see, you notice that when the prizes were announced, you had an audio visual. And when it came to the third category, with names that were so difficult to pronounce, the school names and the persons, there was absolute silence. You only saw pictures. Now, a good planner would firstly ask for the script. You see, I was invited to be the program director. And I said, I want to see the script. When I came across the names, I said, look, you know, generally I make people laugh, but I'm really embarrassed. But if I have to try with this category, I'm going to have difficulties. So I decided to let this task go back to the person who has done so very competently, our program director, consistently. However, she failed to communicate this to the managers. So they said, well, when the minister comes here, there would be no audio, and he'll have to do the hard work. But planning as it is, well, ladies and gentlemen, we provided you with a competent program director who was able to read the names remarkably well. So the idea is to prepare for your lessons, always read the scripts, you'll be good in class. Remember that. So, with apologies, but it would be a serious omission to leave the DBE officials who efficiently managed and coordinated the entire event. You all did us extremely proud. Well, there's still desserts to come. I hope you've enjoyed the evening. I tried to make it as light as possible, and I promise you next time around, my hair would have grown sufficiently. It grows sort of a centimeter every month. But thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Minister Serti. And as the Minister has said, we have come to the end of our program, but dessert will be served. My last word to you is thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. And those of you who are not in education, you can see it is lovely to be part of the Department of Basic Education. It is a wonderful department. A big round of applause for all of us. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and good night.